do something a little bit different and take a look at the top 10 error coins from the US Mint. In the world of error coin collecting, gold coin errors are notoriously scarce. The reasons for this are multiple-fold. Not only is greater care taken in the production of gold coins due to the obvious additional cost of making a mistake, but also when gold coins were still being struck for circulation, the US Mint employed adjusters whose sole job it was to inspect every single coin, both in blank form to ensure that the proper weight standards were met, and then again in coin form to ensure, well, that coins like this didn't enter circulation. This coin, in addition to being struck about 10% off center, is also having the distinction of being an over-date variety. You can see the last one of 1901 was struck over an existing 0. This is a known variety for the date, which was also then struck off-center as well to produce this fascinating coin. Amazingly, at least 3 to 5 of these coins are known to exist that all match this general description, implying that it was not just a single misstrike that occurred, but rather some form of malfunction with the minting press itself. In 2006, a coin like this was sold at auction graded as PCGS AU55 for $9,775. Our next coin is a Walking Liberty $half coin struck on a steel cent planchet. Although there are numerous wrong planchet errors known for the Walking Liberty series, there are only 2 known examples that were struck on a steel penny blank. The date and mint mark are unfortunately off planchet for these examples. However, the coin would have probably been struck either in 1943, when the steel pennies were actually in production at the mint, or in 1944, as the remaining steel planchets that were left over from 1943 were all used to strike the Belgian 2-franc coin used during the Allied occupation, or, well, rather the liberation of that region in 1944. In 2015, one of the 2 known examples of this type was sold at auction, graded as PCGS MS64 for $30,550. Up next is yet another gold error, but this time it is an 1874 Type 3 gold dollar with a perfect Obverse brokerage strike. As in, the obverse of this coin is a perfect mirror image of the reverse. This happened when a coin first got stuck on the obverse die. Then this coin was fed into the press normally and was then struck while the first coin was still stuck on the obverse die. But because the first coin was still stuck on the obverse die, with the reverse of that coin now showing, that coin's reverse then effectively became the obverse striking surface, if that makes any sense. And thusly, a perfect mirror image of the reverse was impressed on the obverse of this coin. As far as we are aware, this is a unique example and must have been the first strike brokerage, as subsequent strikes would have become naturally deformed due to how malleable gold is as a metal. Sold at auction in 2014 during the Central States show, housed in an NGC holder with a grade of MS62 for the sum of $32,312.50. As mentioned before, due to the special attention given to gold coins, it is nearly impossible for any major errors to slip through into circulation. This becomes especially true as you move up to the higher denominations. The current coin is, to my knowledge at least, the only true off-centered struck double eagle known to exist. In 1904, Liberty Head double eagle struck around 15% off-center. The coin has an interesting, if somewhat mysterious, history attached to it as well. Part of a European collection, the coin was subsequently lost during the Second World War, and then only managed to resurface again publicly in the early 1990s. It's only appeared since then a handful of times, and in 2014 it was last sold at auction in a PCGS slab, graded as MS63 for $79,313.01. The next entry is less of a specific coin, but rather a broad category as a whole, with really only a handful examples that are known to exist for the entire series as a whole. What I'm talking about is off-center double-struck Morgan dollars. And now, to be perfectly clear here, I don't mean in-collar double-struck coins either. I mean coins that were fully struck once and then failed to eject properly and got struck a second time with a portion of the coin still stuck inside the collar and the remaining section well outside of it. This example was double-struck around 40% off-center and is by far the most impressive example that is known of this type. Then there is a 1921S 90% off-center struck coin, which is largely representative of the majority of examples that are known for this type of error. A PCGS AU58 coin that sold at auction in 2009 for $11,500. And then there was also a more subtle example from 1882, only around 5% off-center and double-struck, still in a GSA holder that managed to sell for $29,900. And then we have the first Mule to appear on this list. On the Obverse is a somewhat poorly struck Lincoln cent, but turn the coin over and you're looking at a Roosevelt dime seemingly struck in copper. On this era coin, a Roosevelt dime reverse was somehow paired with a Lincoln cent obverse and struck on a Lincoln penny planchet. Amazingly, this coin is not unique as it was previously thought to be. More than one example of a 1993 Mule penny like this one shown here are known to exist, and in 2006 a 1999 dated example was also sold at auction in a PCGS slab graded as MS66 red for $138,000. The next coin is surely one of the most dramatically impressive error coins you are likely to come across in, well, any denomination. It is an 1862 Indian head cent with an obverse die cap, but not just any normal die cap either. In this case, the cap actually split open like 8 petals of a copper-nickel flower, obviously struck multiple times as the coin struck the obverse die, causing brockage strikes on the planchets that were fed through subsequently. The obverse details are amazingly crisp, and the reverse was ultimately wiped out completely as a result of the continued striking before this coin was eventually dislodged. Sold at auction in 2020 in a PCGS slab with an amazing grade of MS67 for $40,800. Then we have a truly spectacular coin to behold. A gold Indian head penny. Not brass, mind you, but actual gold. In fact, these coins were regular Indian head pennies struck on planchets intended for quarter eagle coins. To date, about 5 or 6 of these coins have been located, and there are rumors of another 2 or 3 that periodically pop up as well. These exist for the years 1900, 1905, and 1906, with a listing for a 1907 coin existing as well. In 2015, a 1900 dated coin like this, graded by PCGS as MS65, was sold at auction for the sum of $141,000. The second to last coin is an extraordinary error coin from the modern catalog, the famous 2000 Sacagawea small dollar state quarter Mule, where on this coin struck on a Sacagawea dollar coin with the correct reverse was then unintentionally paired with the obverse die from a 2000 dated state quarter coin, causing this phenomenal double denomination $1.25 coin. Only 17 of these coins have been discovered to date, and market appetite for these is seemingly endless, with 2018 seeing the auction of an NGC-graded MS67 example that sold for the price of $192,000. And this is a coin that all of the known examples have seemingly been pulled from circulation as well. And I'm sure that you may have seen the top coin coming for quite a while already. It is none other than the 1943 copper penny, or more technically I suppose the 1943 Lincoln cent struck on a bronze planchet. You see, all 1943 cent coins were supposed to be struck on zinc-coated steel planchets in order to free up copper that was very much needed by the military for the ongoing war effort at that time. But a few of these older copper planchets from 1942 were still stuck in the tote bins that fed the coining presses, and when the newer steel planchets were dumped in, they became subsequently dislodged and were then minted with the normal coins. One of the most fabled and sought after coins in the 20th century, and without any doubt the most famous error coin in memory. Examples of this type are known to exist for all three of the working mints of the day: Philadelphia, San Francisco, as well as a single coin that is known for Denver as well. In 2016, a coin like this in a PCGS AU58 graded slab was sold at auction for $305,500, although the record remains with the 1943 D copper cent from Denver, which was sold via private treaty in 2010 for a reported amazing $1.7 million. Which one of these error coins would you say is the most memorable? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and while you're there, also subscribe to WNN and remember to activate notifications with the bell icon to know when new videos are released. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, stay safe, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.